to AAPC Social Hour for September 28th, 2022. And today I have the AAPCCA Board of Directors with me. Hello, you guys.
Hi.
Good to see all of you. Thanks for being with us today. We will just let everybody trickle in. We're just talking about the weather. And Marty has some rain and storminess. I'm just north of her, and we had some rain this morning, but it looks good right now. Dara.
Yes, Dara.
Dara, where are you at?
I'm in Albany, New York.
Okay, and so upstate.
Yes.
And what is the weather like in your neck of the woods?
It's sunny as of now, but we did have a lot of rain this week.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We desperately need the rain here out west. Do you guys need the rain up in upstate?
I think it's okay to have a little rain here and there, but not every day. I like to see the sun out.
I hear you. Oh, there's something refreshing about the rain too, right? The smell, and yeah, it's just great.
Calming.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Brenda, how about your neck of the woods?
Well, it's sunny, but very windy here on the Eastern Shore of Maryland today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have we talked about baseball, Brenda? Are you a baseball fan?
That is actually the one sport that I'm not really into. Now, we can talk football all day.
So I'm assuming you're a Ravens fan?
I'm actually a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Wow.
No rock throwing, everybody.
I used to be Brenda, so it's okay.
You used to be a Cowboys fan, Denise?
Yeah.
Okay.
When Deion Sanders played way back in the day.
Denise is a recovering Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah, I'm a Tom Brady fan.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was that way with Alex Smith. Wherever he went, I was a fan of that team. So I get that plan, Denise.
Yeah, Brady, he has, I think he has superpowers. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
He went to the University of Michigan, and I'm from Michigan, so.
Oh, okay.
Denise, where are you now?
I am at work in
Saginaw. What state are you in?
Saginaw, Michigan.
Okay, still in Michigan. Near the Great Lakes?
Yep.
Okay, and it looks sunny behind you?
For now, it's been raining off and on, and most of the week already, so.
All right.
Oh.
Well, we have a lot of members joining us. We've got Donna from Denver, which we were all at a few months ago. Love it out in Denver.
Hi, Donna.
Oh, you know Donna?
I met her at conference.
Hey, I think
How nice.
Donna won a prize, I believe, from our last round of AAPC, for AAPC. So Donna, congratulations. Good to see you on here. Mariah from Utah. So Mariah, where in Utah are you? Marty and I need to know. And maybe we can go get Shirley Temple sometime. Right, Marty? Stephanie from Iowa. Good to see you. Robin from Orlando. Robin, nice. Or I think it's nice, maybe. But Orlando, Florida, you've got the big hurricane coming.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, so there's a mega thread in the group about our Florida members. So if you're in the AAPC Facebook group, I saw that there's a lot of posts. Let us know how you are in here, and we'd love to check in on you. Hopefully you're well. Stay safe out there. And hopefully, well, I don't know, has that picked up yet? I haven't followed the news much on this, but has the hurricane hit yet?
I do not know.
I don't know either.
Well,
maybe some of our Floridians can tell us.
Yes, Robin Moore, who's also from Florida. Hey, Robin, good to see you on it with us. Let us know how it is out there. Oh, Lady Martinez says, "Go Brady." That's for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Helen Renee says go Bucks. So we've got football fans here.
A bobblehead.
Oh,
Oh, you are really a fan, Denise.
Yeah, if you could see my office at work, the shelf behind me is all pictures of Brady.
now, Denise, do you have the Tom Brady pillowcase?
I don't. I don't think my husband would like that very much.
Mariah Edwards is from far west, so that's not far from me. I'm in Layton, Mariah. So good to see some Northern Utahers up here. Let's see. We've got Caitlin Brock, who works for AAPC. She always joins in, and she says she talked to Sarah Reagan, who we know. She's spoken at conference and speaks at chapters, but she said she was safe this morning. So yeah, it's good to have everybody with us. We've got a lot to talk about and a lot to do. First off, before we talk about other things, I want to talk about our contest. So we've had 2 contests since we've last met. We have winners to announce. So first off, we had a contest last week, an Instagram contest where we asked people, our members on Instagram, to share why they love their career as a medical coder. And our Instagram community has grown so much over the last 5 years. And we've never had an Instagram contest. So unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of entrants from that one. So, but our winner of that one, I'm pulling this up right now. So this is for, she could choose one of 3 things. It was a Codify for 2 years, or HealthCon registration and hotel for Nashville, or exam training and exam for the certification of their choice. And that,
nice.
Yes. So as we know, Instagram usernames are a little, it's not the name. It's just not the name. So we have Lifelong Learner H Texas. I did a little investigating, and I think her name is Angie, and she's in Texas. Okay. So Brenda, maybe she's a Cowboys fan, and you guys can hang out in Nashville.
Definitely.
But she's our winner. I will reach out to you, Angie, if that is indeed your name. Now, Brenda, what would you choose of the 3 if you won?
Oh, that's hard. That would be hard. And I would have to teeter between Codify and HealthCon. Yeah. I like a good encoder. Yeah. And did I hear that was for 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah.
We have Codify at work, so I wouldn't choose that. I would go with the learning certification and exams.
Yeah.
Well, Denise, what certification would you get if you had won that?
I would have to look at them because I have 9 of them. Yeah. So
what's left?
Yeah, I would have to look at the
specialty.
Yep. Could do the CRC. I don't have that one.
Oh, okay.
Dara, how about yourself? Yeah. What would you have picked from the 3?
I agree with Denise and Brenda. Definitely that would be an asset. Definitely getting an extra credential is definitely an asset.
Yeah.
2 main things that would definitely have an impact on a life.
Yeah.
Well, I know
those are all great.
Marty and I would probably, if we were to pick a certification, we'd have to pick CPC because Marty, have you ever thought about that?
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
Thought.
It's crossed your mind.
Crossed my mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. So, but we have one more contest we need to announce winners for. So, this was a Facebook group contest. I posted the contest. I think it was on Monday, and then we had people share I think it was how they got into their career as medical coders, what led them in. This one was our biggest contest. So I think there are 250 plus entries, and my head was spinning trying to determine who or the winners were, but just for everybody, so you know, this is for an exam kit that has a webcam, study guide, speaker, a AAPC coffee mug. It also has an iPad. You can't use the iPad during the exam, but I'd still take it. You can study with that. So that our winner of that is Erica Maxwell, and I'm going to pull up her story real quick. I'm not going to read her whole story, but she started back in 2016, and she talks about, and I think many of our members can relate to this, just having a young family and trying to find a career, well, not just a job, but a career that could help support her and her family. But I'll share this story, Erica's story, in the group, and it's a great story. There's hundreds of amazing stories, and I want to interview every one of them for I Am AAPC, so it might take me a decade to do that. But congratulations, Erica, on that. And then so some of the honorable mentions that win AAPC jackets will be Christy Pryor, Justina Lane, Narlette Valenwez de Guzman, Elena Coral, and Christy Huff. You will be receiving AAPC jackets. So all of these prize winners, I will be reaching out to you for your sizes and information so we can get those to you. And finally, on that front, we have 2 pairs of Nashville City Tour tickets that we'll be giving away. So if you're attending Nashville, or register for Nashville, let us know in the comments. In fact, Brenda, how should we give these away? Do you have any thoughts?
Ooh,
I'm putting you on the spot right now.
you are. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one, Alex.
Denise, Dara,
Yeah.
You
any
want to do it
thoughts?
before the end of this, do it right now? Is that what
Yeah.
you
Yeah, let's do it right now. So
Okay.
Can they think of a number between 1 and 50?
okay, let's do
Okay.
that. That makes it easy.
I like
That's
that.
fair.
Yeah.
Really fair.
Yes. Okay, Marty, since you thought of this, you think of the number.
Okay.
Write it down on a piece of paper real quick, and we can show that number.
So you can have proof that I'm not cheating.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to write it with something dark.
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Lady S, are these the same tickets as from the last social hour? No, there are. These are, I think we did Grand Ole Opry tours and ghost tours last social hour. So these are city tours. Anyways, so if you plan on attending, write down a number between 1 and 50. Do that right now. And we've got a 20-second delay. So it's just going to take a second for everybody to see this. Do that right now. And you've got, oh, here we go. We have a 23, we have a 37, 23. I am going to close this in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
This is exciting.
6. And I guess, Marty, we will pick the first people who, well, the closest people, but if we have people who are right in that same number range, we'll pick the one who put their number in first.
Okay.
Okay, what is that number, Marty? We're closing this up.
36.
Okay, 36. Oh, Carlita.
She's the close. Yeah.
Yeah, she picked 37.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Yes.
And then in second place, Raquel Riviera. She picked 35.
35.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there you go. I'm going to write this down real quick.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Carlita
Yeah.
and Raquel.
Does that look backwards to everybody?
Nope, looks like
No.
they're 6.
Is it 90? What number is it?
I'm just writing down our winners' names real quick. And all right. Where's Raquel? There we go. Raquel Riviera.
Mhm.
All right, I got your names down. I'll be reaching out to you, and we will coordinate how to get those tickets to you. Probably won't be till closer to conference
Mhm.
that we'll get those to you, but we want to keep in touch.
Very nice.
All right. That's fun. We've had a great
Yeah.
time with free AAPC this round, and I hope we can continue to have fun with it in the future as we did this time. So this not real quick, but we want to acknowledge the passing of Tammy Vannatter-Berger, who passed away tragically several weeks ago in a car accident. She's a member of the AAPCCA Board of Directors. And this has been such a hard time for the AAPC family. And Brenda, I'd just like to ask you, would you mind just sharing a little bit about Tammy with us? And I'm going to share a picture with the group as you do that.
Sure. Tammy, to sum it up, Tammy really was a sparkle of life.
Mhm.
And she was always ready and willing to help
Mhm.
her chapter, her region, the BOD, just everybody. Just everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Denise, I think you knew Tammy pretty well.
I did.
And I mean, we're all stunned. I remember Marty and I talked that morning and just shocked and deeply saddened,
Mhm.
as I'm sure you were as well. Tell us a little bit about Tammy.
Tammy was an amazing person. She had such a brilliant soul. She was kind. She was outgoing. She was very professional, very bright individual. She
Mhm.
had a book that was being published. She was definitely a rising star, as other people have stated. And just a great friend and happy to be around everyone. Never a bad word to say about anybody. And she was
Yeah.
such a ray of light to anyone who knew her. And I know that her chapter definitely misses her. She was the president for their chapter, and their vice president has stepped up, and everybody is pulling together to help. She was a fellow Michigander, so we had that in common. She was my region buddy. And our husbands were very similar, so we had a lot in common, and we just got along really well, and we complimented each other all the time. And whatever I was lacking, she picked up. Whatever she was lacking, I picked up. We were a great team, and it's difficult to talk about, but I truly miss her.
Dara, did you have much interaction with Tammy?
I actually did. Tammy is the one that interviewed me for the BOD position.
Mhm.
So since day one, I've always had a connection with Tammy. I always felt that she was always a person that wanted to see people be better, do better. And anytime I ever needed assistance, if it was personal or professionally, she always made time for me. So she's definitely going to be well missed, especially for me, even though I've known her for a short period of time.
Yeah.
But she definitely left an impact on me where it motivates me to be even more of a bigger and better person.
Yes, that's awesome. That's fun to hear that she was a part of your journey. And you'll always remember that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I know Marty, working so closely with the BOD, this has a great impact on you and your staff and supporting the team.
Tammy was, I just, as I look back on the last few weeks, I'm really happy and grateful that I had that opportunity to go to Denver and be with the members of the board. It was a lot of fun. There might have been a little bit of a competitive bone in Tammy. Maybe it was in all of the board members, but we were talking about having some fun at the party that we had when we dressed up in like 70s times. And Tammy said, I'm going to teach everybody how to do this dance. And so the members of the board that were there in Denver, every time there was a lull in the action, they'd gather out in the middle of the room of the conference hall and practice dancing. And they were just, it was so much fun. She turned the music on, and Tammy was the one that was teaching everybody. And she was just, it was fun. She made it fun. She made it fun for everyone. And she was just a natural leader. I feel like I'm a better person for having known her. And
Absolutely.
I really am. I had a couple of minutes to talk to her son, and he was just, he said, I said, this is Marty Johnson. I'm with the AAPC. And he said, oh yeah, I know the AAPC, like right off. He's a son in his early 20s. And I was thinking, you know, it's conceivable that some sons that age may not really be as interested or know what's going on with their mother, but I could tell that he was close to her, and he'd heard all the good things about AAPC. He was just, he knew right off what was going, who I was. And I thought, he said, she speaks very highly of AAPC. And I think she just did that with everybody. She shared her life openly with everyone. And she was an AAPC supporter, but she was just a sweetheart. And I'm just
Sweet soul.
sad to not have her. She was a rising star. I'm sad to not have her around. Just
And
so glad to have known her while I
every
did.
morning she would send her son a text saying, good morning and I love you. Every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell.
Denise, what was her specialty?
She was a coding manager for the Henry Ford Health Systems over the ER department, observation, and labor and delivery. And it was great to see at her memorial that almost her entire staff was there. It was a packed house.
And I'm assuming she probably spoke at local chapters just as you guys do.
Yeah, she did. She definitely did. She would not turn down anyone who needed her help.
I would love to see in the comments if you have seen her speak at your local chapter, and maybe share what the topic was, what she spoke about, and what was that like? What kind of energy did she bring to that? And I'd just love to hear about that. Yeah. So share your memories of her speaking at your chapter, if you were honored to see her speak.
I know
awesome.
she did one about workplace bullying, and she did one on professionalism, because she did professionalism for us, for my chapter.
And she did that one for my chapter as well. Very well received. Great speaker too.
Hey, those are topics that we all could learn from, for sure. Well, just reading in the comments here, Lori Jaramillo talks about the party that Marty mentioned, and how much fun we had. And I think Lori posted a video of her dancing and having tons of fun at that party. So thank you so much for sharing that memory, Lori. That's great that we were able to have that captured. And Tabitha Iverson, who I know was close with her, says she's better because of Tammy too. But thank you for all of the wonderful comments in here. Tabitha also says she was a driving force for officer training.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that. So for those who may not be officers that are watching, so every year you get a new group of officers coming through, and I guess Tammy was a part of that education group to teach that training to the new officers.
The professional development committee is in charge of the putting together and scheduling and having the BOD schedule officer training, where we train the new officers, and Tammy was an integral part of that. putting that PowerPoint together along with the other members of the professional development team as well.
Tabitha says she spoke on ED leveling to the Fargo chapter. Yeah, just some nice comments on here. She was the president of our chapter, Macomb. Did I say that right?
Macomb, Michigan.
Okay, Macomb, Michigan. So she's president of that chapter. So I'd imagine prior to that, she's probably very active for many years with that chapter leading up to that. So, all right, well, I'm going to drop a link into the comments. This link is for a GoFundMe that her son has set up to help cover costs of funeral and services. And I just want to throw that out there for everybody who can help support the family in any way. And it's nice. I just put that comment or that link in, and it has her thumbnail there. So it's just good to see her face. But so she will be dearly missed. And we were speaking just before this, how hard it is to have this conversation. We felt like it's so important to honor her and her work with AAPC, and not just AAPC, but medical coders, members or not, across the country. So we just wanted to do that. And the hard part is we want to always remember her. We have to kind of we have to go on with this social hour. But please know that, we love her, and she will be dearly missed. Marty, did you have any comments or thoughts?
Yeah, I do. I just think this is I hate to use the word sisterhood, but there's a lot of sisters, more sisters than brothers, but it's a great community, and it's wonderful. But I did have a comment, if you don't mind me saying this, when we were talking about officer training that Tammy was so involved with. It makes me think about, so it's the board members that do the officer training. And so this is a change of subject, but it's appropriate for me to bring this up now because this is something that's really important to us. And I'd like Brenda and Denise and Dara to speak to this too. It's that time of year that we are looking for additional board members. We get 5 new board members every year. And so we have a new application that we're working on getting posted. And if you are an officer that likes to be involved and that likes to, if you've been an officer and you feel like you have a good grasp on what it takes to be an officer, and you have enthusiasm, and you like to lead others, and you like to prepare, you might be good to be on the board. If you like networking and you want to facilitate working with others and teaching them. I mean, I'd like to hear what the rest of these board members think, but now's a good time. We're looking for we've got to pick some new board members. We do this every year. And so we're looking to we've had some great board members in the past, and we want to keep that going. So.
Yeah.
Well, I could definitely, if I could speak. Oh, sorry, Brenda.
Oh, no, go right ahead.
Well, this is my first year. So I think, for me, especially, I've learned a lot personally and professionally. And it is very true. You get to meet people that you probably have never thought you could meet or had an opportunity to meet. And you definitely grow personally and professionally during this time. And it's a 3-year commitment. And trust me, and this is just from my honest heart, it's amazing to know there's more people out there that can make you become a better person. And especially having the opportunity to have Tammy, and even though I may not have known her a long period of time, having this opportunity brought a great person into my life, as well as the fellow board members. So I definitely encourage anyone that if you have a true passion of helping people and wanting to network and, be better as a person, this is definitely a great stepping stone for that. And please always feel free to contact any of us, and we could definitely give, personal experience and professional experiences during our first year, our second year, or our third year. But I definitely would encourage anyone who wants to have a different lead in life, especially to make a huge impact. This is definitely the career path to do it.
Yeah. Well,
So
Dara has summed it up. Yeah. Dara has summed it up for us. It's just great opportunity, like Dara said, professionally and personally. I have, personally, I'll have sisters for life.
Mhm.
And that I can lean on and can go to personally and professionally if need be.
How does someone apply? Bev Stover, our guitar player who won an entry to HealthCon from one of our first contests. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but she's plucking away with her special song. But Bev is asking, I'd like more information on applying to the BOD. How does she do that?
So there, excuse me, on the website, there's a page you can go to that says membership, I think. Let me see, I'm gonna look for it right now. So I can, excuse me, give you the right path. You go
Marty,
up,
when the application comes out, isn't it that the BOD region sends it out to all the officers in their region so that they know it's out there and it's available too?
yes.
Yes, as well as on the website, yes.
We will do that, and it's on the website. We have under membership, you click on the mega menu under membership, it says chapter association, and if you read about the chapter association, it's in there. I don't believe that it's updated yet because we've just been working with marketing to get it updated because we're just starting on this now, but it is a prerequisite to be have been a chapter officer. So that's why the board sends it out to the chapter officers. You have to have some officer experience.
I just I posted a link in the comments to the BOD page.
Oh, good.
On there in the second paragraph from the top, there's a link. New board members are selected on an annual basis. It's a green link. You click on that and there's a PDF. I think marketing has made that update. So it's application for 2022 through 2024.
It's actually going to be for next year. So we have the board right now. It'll be from 23 to 25. But you they could review this and become familiar because we do need some letters of recommendation so they could become generally familiar with what we need.
And we are a working bod. We have committees and we work for our chapters.
Right.
Now, Kalida, I hope I said your name right. She says, can we apply if we don't have a job yet and a CPCA? I would recommend reaching out to your local chapter, starting there and and serving at a local level for maybe a few years. I don't know, any thoughts? How long should someone serve at a local level before they apply for the BOD?
Well, I think that's a Marty question. I was gonna just jump out there and at least say maybe 2 to 3 years.
I don't think that we've ever really said that there's a number that we have to check off, but what we're looking for is some experience, and we're looking for somebody that is a good leader, and we're looking for someone that is positive and someone that has as an idea person that can be helpful, someone that appreciates their certification. Anything else?
And has a passion for helping others and growing other coders or auditors and just making your chapter great as well, or chapters.
And that's why we need a chapter officer experience, because the board is the body that is looking after the chapter. So they're the ones that are interested in how's it going at the meetings? How are the officers doing? What kind of education do we need for these people? So they're interested in the health of the chapter. So that's why we need somebody with experience in chapter leadership.
A few comments that have come through. So Bev Stover says if she were on the BOD, she would not play her guitar.
Oh, but why not?
Right.
Lori Harmello says, do BOD members travel a lot? How does that work? So are you guys on the road very much?
No,
I haven't been since COVID. No. We do speak at chapters, and as of now, most of the ones I have done have been virtual.
All the ones I've done have been virtual as well.
And is there a requirement for how many chapters you must speak at in a quarter or annually?
It's twice a year.
Twice a year.
Yeah.
Well,
But of course, we all go above that.
I was going
The
to say.
requirement
yeah.
is twice a year, but we all do a lot more.
I'm just reading through the comments here. Let's see, just people considering it.
Okay,
And
Good, do
yeah,
it.
so, yep.
do
So
it.
there's, again, the link to the page, the BOD page is in the comments. The new application will be coming in the coming weeks, I'd imagine, Marty.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Again, you can look at this and see what it is we're looking for, and it talks about some of the expectations. So you'll see if you have, it does take a little bit of time, but it doesn't take a lot of time. I mean, I think these guys could speak to that more, but you have to just be passionate about your local chapter. And so if you're not quite passionate about your local chapter, use 2023 to get passionate about your local chapter and then apply in
Right.
2024.
Yeah, that is the key. You do have to be passionate about your local chapter and the growth of your local chapter or chapters. Mhm.
Well, how about this? You guys,
Yeah.
we're at conference in Denver, and I think you guys typically attend as a group at national conference. What is that requirement? And do you? Uh-oh, we lost Daryl.
Yeah,
Hopefully she'll
she
be
needed
back.
to jump off.
Okay. And is that a cover cost? That's covered by AAPC.
Right.
So it is covered by AAPC, HealthCon and
Health con.
conferences. Okay.
Yeah, the board, when the boards don't go to all the conferences, but when they do go to conference, it's paid for by AAPC, but it's typically a working conference. And so it's not just you get to go and be there. The board members you'll notice are the ones that are helping with everything that's going on in the background. But that's a wonderful opportunity because you get to meet a lot of officers, you get to meet
Yes.
a lot of members, and that's the fun. That's
I
the
remember
fun.
back in
Yeah.
the day, I would stand side by side with BOD members stuffing HealthCon bags.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's that kind of thing, like, right? Just
You're
whatever
right.
needs to happen, all hands on
Right.
deck.
All the background work. Yes. I remember that when I first came on the board, that was my first job that I had, stuffing the bags. And it was a great experience to meet the board members, the current board members that helped, the past board members that helped, all throughout conference. So that was a great experience. And conference just is a great experience. And yes, we do work conference. We are up early in the morning, walking, just, making sure things help to make sure that things run smoothly.
Yep, you can find us being room monitors, being
Yeah.
liaisons, putting on officer training. You name
Yeah.
it, we're there, we do it.
Most importantly, leading you to where the bathroom is.
Yes. Hey, Sarah Reagan asked, can you be, and I think this was answered as we talked about Tammy, but can you be a local chapter officer and a member of the BOD? So I think that's a yes.
Yeah, I'm president of my local chapter right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's busy, a lot of
Yeah.
work and a lot that you do to support our members, Denise. So thank you for that.
I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Agreed.
With that, we talked about, before we went live, we talked about speakers and finding speakers, and there's so much that goes into that. And there are many opportunities for speakers to speak within the AAPC world at conferences, local chapters, and such. Brenda, you wanted to talk a little bit about that.
I did. I really just wanted to touch on how's everybody doing with speakers? How's everybody, how do you maintain your speaker roster for the year? And maybe we can all just network off of each other with that, because that seems to be a big thing with getting speakers.
Yeah, so leave comments in the chat if and let us know how the speaker situation is going in your chapter. Are you able to keep your schedule packed and filled up? Are you struggling? And I know we used to send Marty speakers on the road a lot. Will that be returning?
Okay, so that's something that I can tell you a little bit about. We were doing that, yes, pre-COVID. COVID came and sort of shut all of that down. But we do like to get out and see what's going on with the local chapters. And so officers can request speakers. You can send, there's an email that we have, it's lcrequests@aapc.com. lcrequests@aapc.com. And you can request someone to come. We can request somebody from the board. You can request somebody from AAPC. You can request somebody on the NAB. And so we track to make sure that the chapters haven't had you get one time a year or one time every 3 years if we send somebody out, because we have so many chapters. And so you get once every 3 years to have somebody come out. But we also have a speakers bureau that you can look for speakers that way. So one way is you're requesting a specific speaker. And the other way is you're requesting a specific title. That's our speakers bureau. And that's in the office area.
I put that email in the chat, lcrequests@aapc.com. So if you are looking, one thing I've noticed in the groups, Brenda and Denise, are people just throwing out there, hey, we need a speaker. Can anybody help out? I guess if someone gets sick. And is that appropriate? And would it be appropriate for someone who wants to be a speaker to say, hey, I have this presentation on whatever, reach out to me if you'd like me to speak at your chapter. Is all of that appropriate?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we have chapters that can fill up possibly the beginning of the year, but always have a back pocket plan as well. You could use the social media forums. We do have the Speakers Bureau. I like to see when chapters ask within their chapter for speakers. You never know, maybe they're shy, or maybe they just want to be asked, or have a roundtable discussion about something within your chapter as well.
Yeah, help build your members up to that next level and help them. And there's no better place to present other than their local chapter. I mean, they're familiar with everyone.
Right.
It's a comfortable setting. It's a great way to get started.
These are your peers. I've even went to a chapter where when she was not comfortable speaking, but she put together a great presentation on infusion coding, and she had the education officer actually present it, but she was there to have questioning. So that's a level, that's a tier that someone can take too. And maybe it can push that person to speak as well the next time, speak on their presentation.
Brenda, that makes me think about meetings in a box. I used to work closely with Marty, and I remember there were times when we would create those, or you and your team would create those, Marty. Is that still a thing? Do we prepare? Yeah.
Yeah, we still have meeting in a box, and I think it will go out for our fall meeting.
So it is available to those chapters that offer a meeting in October. If you have a meeting in October, then your chapter will be sent a meeting in the box.
Do we know the topic? Are we allowed to talk about what that topic will be, or is it secret?
We will know. So there's a couple things maybe we're talking. So we did send a presentation to everyone. It was a presentation about getting the most out of your AAPC membership. And it was a presentation that Ray Jimenez had written up, and we sent it to all the officers. And that is to be used in October if you choose to. If you already have something else going in October, you can use it in November or December or next year. But that's a presentation that Ray put together in their speaker notes, and it's ready to go. And then so besides that, also, we do another thing, and that's called meeting in a box. And that's for the officers if they have the meeting in October. And that's just a general meeting. That's got networking ideas in it. It's generally things that you can just do it the last minute if you didn't have something, if you have a speaker not be able to come, or something changes, or your time changes, or you lose something happens, you can do meeting in a box.
Hey, Tabitha, our friend Tabitha says, always motivated by this live. Thank you, BOD. Always supporting the work that local chapters and members need to flourish. What Tabitha's comments on here have been so great and encouraging and uplifting, and that's what I love about the AAPC family is you guys and our AAPC family make me want to be a better version of myself professionally, personally. And I hope you guys feel that too. All those who are watching.
100%. Tabitha, we love you.
Very well said. Yes.
Does everybody know Tabitha's on the BOD?
Yeah, Tabitha is one of our Bob sisters.
She should have her face up here right now. Where are you, Tabitha?
And I see that Lori is saying that she is speaking for the first time, and another BOD member encouraged her. Debbie
Yay.
DePriest. Yay.
Way
You'll
to
be
go,
fine.
Lori.
Yeah.
Dawn Kirby, she says, I'm a newbie and enjoying this. So Dawn, tell us about your path into healthcare and medical coding. Are you currently working in the field, or are you a student? We'd love to hear your story. And I've spoken at a few chapters, you guys, much to the dismay of our members. And I've been to like South Dakota, and I did a tour with Brenda Edwards. This is what I love too. It's like our BOD family. We still connect with them, and they still are. You guys mentioned this. They're still very involved. They come to conference and they just attack problems and help out any way they can, even after they've served.
Yes. Absolutely.
Our
Marty,
family.
yes.
Truly.
Marty, you've spoken or speak at chapters occasionally.
I used to do it a lot more than I have lately. Yeah, it's really fun. It's just fun to get out and see all the people. It makes you think, wow, there's a lot of members of AAPC out there. There's really people out there.
Hey,
there's
Marty,
a lot of networking to be done. A lot of networking to be done.
Marty, when did you start with AAPC?
When did I?
Yes, I think people need to know your history a little bit.
It was in the 20th century. It was.
Okay.
We're in the 21st century now, so it's been a while. I started when there were like 12 of us in the whole place. Yeah.
And the staff, or just in membership?
Staff.
Okay.
Yeah, staff. So that was a long time ago. And that was when the chapters were started before I started, but there were only 30 of them. And that was when they were designing, they put together a board, a national advisory board, and they were designing the exam and the putting together a study guide, and that led to an independent study program. There's probably nobody that's on this call that remembers all this stuff. It was a long time ago, but so there's been a lot that's happened with AAPC. And I guess I sit at a computer and I have the list of, we have a system where we keep all the names of our members, and those are lots of names. And when I go to conference, I think, wow, there's a lot of people behind all those names. You've probably noticed the same thing, Alex. Lots of people behind all those names and all those states and all those chapters. And that's the part about getting out there and getting to meet them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's yes.
Our friend, go ahead. Oh, Brenda, Dawn says she's on the Western Shore of Maryland. So,
is she?
Yes. So Dawn is our person who mentioned they're new to this. She says, I'm in billing at a medical office, and I'm enrolled into CPB and then CPC. So that's a little different, right? We usually have people come in with the CPC first and then go into the CPB, but it sounds like she's been doing this for some time. Western Shore of Maryland. Is that close to you, Brenda? I guess Maryland isn't too big.
Well, depends. I live on the Eastern Shore, so everything is, for me, is about 2 hours away either direction.
Okay.
So the Western Shore, we're talking like the Baltimore area, but still not far enough, that we can't meet up on.
How many chapters are there in Maryland, Brenda?
Ooh, that might be a better question for Marty.
I'll tell
I know
you.
here, I know there's the chapter that I am co-founder of, which is the Salisbury, Maryland chapter. Great chapter, shameless plug.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Wow. 8
8
chapters in Maryland.
Okay. Mhm. And then I think a little bit closer to me is the one in Rehoboth. And then everything else might be across the Chesapeake Bridge.
Okay.
Mhm.
Don says Southern Maryland.
Okay.
So, what a beautiful area.
So we have Leonardtown, Southern Maryland.
Mhm.
We have Baltimore. We have Chesapeake, Salisbury, Baltimore East, Frederick, Annapolis, and Hyattsville, Prince George's.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Lori Harmilla says, my friend, VOD member Jessica Dobbs was so committed she hobbled around HealthCon with a bad ankle. That's dedication.
Yep.
She's speaking at her chapter shortly. But yeah, just trying to get things, help out any way we can. All right. Well, so if you want to be a speaker, you don't have to wait for someone to ask you to do that.
Wow.
I love the idea of saying, I'm thinking about Sarah Reagan, and I saw her presentation with her and her husband on truckers, and
Okay.
it was awesome. But you might have a unique take on the business of healthcare in your life, maybe from a personal experience or what you see at your office. So you can either reach out to your local chapter officers and say, hey, I have this topic, I'd love to present on it sometime. And now's a great time to do that, because Brenda, Denise, chapters are probably starting to fill out their calendars for next year. Or is it that too early there?
No, I've seen where they are asking for or starting to ask for speakers for next year.
Okay. All
Yep.
right.
They're trying to get it all set up for the next round of officers to come in.
Yes. So you can take that route, which I would encourage as your first path. But then you may want to post in the AAPC Facebook group saying, hey, if you need a speaker, if someone drops out, I'm happy to try and help if the schedule works out, or if you are looking to fill slots for 2023, consider me. This is my topic. So there's a lot of possibilities there. Am I missing anything, Denise and Brenda?
There's always the Speakers Bureau, and you can always apply to be on the Speakers Bureau as well for your topic. We are always looking to add to the Speakers Bureau. Okay.
All right. Well, we are about to the hour mark, you guys. Just about there. So, Brenda, any final thoughts from you as we wrap up today's social hour?
My closing comment is always going to be, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great.
Love it.
So everybody jump out there and be a speaker at your chapter.
Yes.
We have to start.
Denise, any thoughts from you as we wrap it up?
Everybody can do it. There's always people there to help you. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help.
Okay.
We are there for you.
I love it. Thank you, Denise. Marty?
Well, I don't have anything really profound, but I would like to ask everybody to, October is the month where we vote for officers. And if you're interested in being an officer, you should contact your local chapter officers right now and talk to them about that. They may already have sent you a ballot. If you got a ballot in the mail, you should go on and vote for your office. That means your chapter is voting online. You should go on and see what your email from your officer said and vote for someone. Or you should go to your meeting and see if it's being held in person. The voting is being held in person. But if you want to get involved, October is a really good month to go to your local chapter meeting. Go online and you can see what's going on. Go under My AAPC and My Chapter, and that'll tell you what's going on with your local chapter. And you'll be able to tell if you're going to vote in person or online. If you don't know, contact your officers and they'll tell you. So that's my plug.
Marty, Denise, Brenda, stick with me as we wrap this up. On my end, just a few things. So first off, thank you to everybody who participated in the free AAPC contest. I wish we could have given prizes out to everybody. So many great, inspiring stories from our members. I love it so much. And I may be reaching out to you to see if we can use some of those stories in different ways down the road. But congratulations to those who did win. Second thing is, as we all know, electronic exams have been announced. And we being me, Ray, Wendy Willis, our manager over exams, and Catherine Abel, our director of education. We had an online Q&A last week, and I've put that on YouTube. And in the description or comment description below the video, I put all of the questions with links to where those discussions start. So if you have questions about electronic exams, go to our YouTube channel. You can find that video there. And that will lead to big changes for our local chapters in 2024 as we pull out of in person. So I guess there are big changes coming up for the three of you in 2023. You guys have a lot of work ahead of you.
Yes,
Yeah, we do.
we do. And we can't wait.
That's right.
Awesome. And well, I'm excited to see the evolution of the chapters. I mean, because local chapters are the lifeblood of AAPC, and we're not, because we're taking exams off of their plate doesn't mean that we are not focused on local chapters anymore. There are other ways that that you will be supporting our members. So, well, thank you everybody for being with us. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Stay safe to all of our Floridians. Stay dry and out of the wind, and we'll check up on you in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Alex.
Bye.